We continue to study e to the x a little bit, so our f of x is e to the x. And now let's see what happens if you multiply that f of x with a positive number that is greater than 1. So here's our e to the x, and here, this one right here is our 2 times e to the x. Right there, it's going up this way. And you can see that this function is steeper than the e to the x function. It's rises faster. It is narrower than our e to the x function. Next we look at what happens if you take f of 2x. So in this case, the variable is being multiplied by 2. So instead of taking f of x, we're taking f of 2x. And that yields the function e to the power of 2x. Wherever we see an x, in the original f of x, we replace it with whatever's inside the bracket here. And what's inside the bracket here is 2x. So f of 2x is e to the 2x. And if you look at the graph of e to 2x, here it is. And you can see that it is steeper than the graph of e to the x. It's narrower. It rises faster. Next, we look at the effect of multiplying f of x with a number that is less than 1. So, but it's still a positive number. So in this case, the graph of e to the x is right here, and the graph of half e to the x is this one. And you can see it's wider than the graph of e to the x. It's less steep. It rises slower than e to the x. And finally, we take a look at what happens if you multiply the variable by a number which is less than 1 but still a positive number. So you take f of x over 2, and once again, f of x over 2 yields e to the power of x over 2. So wherever you saw x in the original definition of f of x, you replace it with whatever is in the bracket here. And what we have in the bracket here is x over 2. So f of x over 2 is e to the power of x over 2. And that is graphed right here. And you can see that this function is wider than the e to the x function. It is less steep as compared to the e to the x function. So you can see the impact of multiplying the function or the variable of the function, and it leads to stretches. Either it makes the graph narrower or wider. Another way of looking at it is it makes the graph less or more steep.